I'm sure you are able to lead in a word of prayer.
Okay.
Yes.
May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Welcome to social study, to hygiene and nutrition. Sorry, our lesson in hygiene and nutrition, grade 3. So we are going to learn about
Hello.
nutrition.
Hello.
Hello, welcome, Jesslyn.
Thank you.
Our substrate today is personal hygiene during bedwetting.
Let me write it.
Okay, so today is Thursday.
Thursday, October
28th October
2021.
2021, and we are learning hygiene,
Personal hygiene.
and the theme, the strand is personal hygiene. Thank you. Personal hygiene. The substrand, what we are going to discuss today is personal hygiene during bedwetting. Okay, so kindly speed up on writing it. Then we should be starting. And I will start first by asking Joycelyn and Zoe. What do you understand by the word bedwetting, or what comes in your mind when you hear bedwetting?
Personal hygiene is our personal hygiene.
Okay, thank you. That is Zoe speaking. So should we hear from Jocelyn? What do we mean by bedwetting?
Bedwetting means how our bed is wet.
Okay. Have you ever slept one day and wake up in the morning and realize that you forgot to wake up at night and go to the washroom? So you have by mistake wetted the bed.
A long time ago. I used to did it when I was small, saying I've sweat.
When you were?
Small, I used to say I have sweat.
Oh, you thought it is sweating. Okay.
I knew what it was, but I never wanted to tell it out. I just said it's wet.
Oh, you are not feeling comfortable to talk about it, yeah? And
Yeah.
and how was mom reacting and everyone in the home when they realized you are the one who did not wake up at night? How are they reacting?
No, they said it's not sweat, and they laughed when I said it's sweat.
They were laughing, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
So has this ever happened to you? I'm not seeing your camera. Kindly adjust your camera. Kindly adjust your camera. It is above your head, so you can put it a little bit there. Yes, that's okay. Has it ever happened to you?
A long time ago when I was small.
When you were young? Did you accept it? Did you say it's true you are the one with a mistake, or you also did like Joycelyn saying it is sweating?
Because when I sleep, sometimes I take water. So that time I had taken water, and then I just told them I poured water on my bed.
So you told mom it is water that was poured on the bed. Okay. And was it when you were still wetting the bed, was it something you could discuss with anybody? Were you feeling comfortable, like to tell your friends, today I woke up and I found myself wet? Were you taking it as a discussion? Let's start with Joycelyn. Was it a comfortable thing to say with your friends?
No, I never told it.
You never told anyone?
I was scared they could laugh.
They could laugh, eh? But
yeah.
Did you think that somebody could help? If you could share it out, did you think like, oh, I should share it out and somebody can help, or you totally feared sharing out?
I never shared it. They just noticed.
What made them to notice?
I went to my bed and found it wet.
Okay.
I told them the bed was wet, but I didn't tell them what happened.
Sorry for that. So let's come to you. Did you make it like a conversation with a friend or a family member or anyone?
No.
Why do you think so?
No.
Yes?
Because they would laugh.
You feared they could laugh, eh?
Yeah.
Why couldn't you think that they could help instead of laughing? Maybe they could give you advice. Maybe they could pray for you. Maybe they could take you to some help.
No, I used to do that, but I say it's wet. I never used to say it's wet.
Okay, now we have gotten the meaning of the word bedwetting. Now, bedwetting means that you don't control yourself. It's uncontrollable. When you are sleeping, you pass urine. Yeah, you pass urine. And when you wake up in the morning, you find yourself, it's like you did not control yourself. You did not even remember you were sleeping. So maybe you are dreaming about it and you have wetted the bed. So it is normal to children between 3 years to 5 years. It's something normal. When we say normal, it means everyone, including your mommy, including your daddy, including your elder brother or sister, whoever you know, even that friend you are fearing to tell, even your teacher, anybody, when they were young, it was a stage, and everyone
went through it.
Yes, went through it and have ever wetted the bed. So it is not something to fear sharing about it, because it is a stage for everyone. So you can see from the screen. What is bedwetting? I would like to hear from Zoe. Zoe, kindly read. What is bedwetting?
Bedwetting refers to the unintentional process of urine during sleep, common with children between the ages of 3 to 5 years. Children beyond this age start to control themselves during the sleeping time.
Yes, yes. Thank you. So you can continue writing that note as I explained. That bedwetting refers to unintentional passage, meaning that you don't plan, you don't say today I want to bedwet. You are not even planning. It is an
You
intention.
never knew
Yes, even you don't know, and even you don't like.
what I'm.
Yes, but there are some foods when you eat or when you
It
take
makes you
in
feel.
the evening, you must bedwet. What are these foods?
You can find the juice.
Yes, like
Juice. If you take a lot of juice or a lot of water, you forget to go to the washroom before you go to bed, it may happen. And you'll not know, you'll just notice on the morning.
yeah. What about Zoe? What are these kind of examples apart from juice and water that Jesselina said? According to you, what are some of the examples of foods when we take in the evening, we may bedwet?
Different types of liquids.
Yes.
Like you can take a lot of tea.
Yes.
For
Or soda.
example, strong tea.
Yeah, like strong tea. So that means when you know that you forget to wake up at night, then don't take a lot. You can take little, because now we cannot avoid taking water, but you can take little of water or liquid foods. Then also remember, you should remember to go to the washroom before you sleep. And also ask an older sibling, brother or sister, or even mom or dad, whoever is near you, to wake you up at night so that you don't forget to wake up to morning. So for you to move from this stage onwards, first you should know these foods that the liquid foods that lead us to bedwet can be reduced in the intake. And then you also ask someone to wake you up at night, or even remember to go to the washroom before you sleep. You get that right? So don't say I will not take juice in the evening, because if you don't take juice, then you will sleep hungry if that is the supper of the day. Or if you don't take tea, others will be full in their stomach. You'll be very hungry at night, or you'll wake up very weak. But take little amount that will not be too much for you to wet the bed, even if you have gone to the washroom. Have you understood that?
Yes.
Yes. And if you are above 5 years, I'm sure you are above 5 years. How old are you? Let's start with Joycelyn and then Zoe. How old are you?
I am 8 years old, turning 9 on November 20th.
Yes. So don't tell us if you are bedwetting or not. Zoe, how old are you at the moment?
I'm 9 years old.
You are 9 years old. So don't tell us if you are bedwetting or not. But what I'm saying, if you find yourself, you are beyond 5 years, the way you are, and you are still bedwetting, it means maybe you need to get some attention of help. We have said it is not a bad stage. It is not something, it's not a sin, it is not a curse, but you need to get some advice so that you understand how to control yourself during sleep. But if you pass through it, maybe once in a while, yeah, maybe you played too much. Now you are too tired until you forget waking up in the evening, or you are not feeling well. Once in a while, you might get yourself bedwetting. So that one does not mean you are going back to childishness. It is just because of some exceptions of life. Now, let us, I hope everybody have written what I've shared.
Yes.
Let us listen to this doctor who is talking about bedwetting with children. This doctor is a pediatric. What do you mean by that word? If somebody asks you, who is a pediatric?
Somebody who talks about with some people who are bedwetting.
Yeah, good trial. Let me hear from Zoe. Who is a pediatric?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. This is a doctor who deals with issues concerning children. Issues concerning children. So a doctor who is working on children. Yeah. A doctor who is working on children. For example, a doctor who is treating eyes is called who?
An optician.
An optician. The one who maybe treats children is called a pediatric. My internet is like it's slow in loading the video. Okay, but we may wait a little bit for some few seconds. But in the meantime, I would like you to tell me. Let us start with Zoe this time. Zoe, tell me, what are the effects? What are the effects of bedwetting? Why do you think it's not a good thing? What are the effects of bedwetting?
Your bed is wet.
Yeah, it makes the bed wet, yes, and no one is happy to sleep on a wet bed. Another one?
It will smell bad. The bed will smell bad.
It makes you smell bad. People wonder, ooh, where did you sleep? And did you bathe even yesterday? So it's not a good experience at all. It's not a good experience at all. And any other, Zoe? Any other you can remember?
Your sheets wet.
Yes.
It makes your blanket and sheets wet.
It makes your blanket to do what?
It makes your blankets wet.
Yeah, it makes your blanket to be wet. Jocelyn, another one?
The trouser or short may be wet.
Maybe wet. And another thing I would like you to know is that it lowers your self-esteem. You all said that you did not talk about it to your friends. So it means you feel very low, you feel the weakest of them, you don't like to talk about it. So it is.
You can find some of your friends are telling, yesterday did this and this.
Yes, actually.
And
And
they
then,
are afraid.
yeah, and then the last one is that it might bring some maggots in the bed. You know those maggots in the toilet?
What?
Have you ever seen the maggots in the toilet, or where we have some washrooms and other unwashed washrooms?
The small insects.
Yes. If you bedwet a lot and a lot and a lot, daily, every day, and for a long time, you might bring some maggots. They are called maggots. Those small insects are called maggots on your bed. And you might also make your bedding get old very fast because they are being washed all the time. They are also being put on the sun all the time. So you might also make them to be very old very fast. So let us listen to this pediatric who is a doctor for kids. Listen very keenly because I'll ask you a question about it.
Bedwetting may be the most common issue in all of pediatrics that parents and children don't talk about. Over half of 3-year-olds still wet occasionally at night, and we consider it normal for children to wet occasionally up to 8 years of age. About 15% of kids who wet will outgrow it each year, but 3% of kids are still wetting at night by the time they become teens. 1% are still occasionally wet by the time they graduate high school. Why do some children take longer to stay dry at night? Some experts believe a child's bladder and the nerves that control it just mature more slowly. Some children are deep sleepers and simply may not wake when their bladders fill. There's a strong genetic component to bedwetting. If both parents wet the bed as children, their children have an 80% chance of wetting the bed too. One of the best predictors of when a child will outgrow bedwetting, it's not perfect, but it's the best we have, is to see when the parents outgrew wetting, because children often stop wetting around the same age their parents did. The other big genetic factor is gender. Bedwetting is twice as common in boys as it is in girls.
Okay, you heard that, and that is a pediatric who is dealing with kids. So the question is, you have realized that not only children of 3 to 5 years, some children even bedwet at 8 years. So that's why I told you don't tell us, because you might say yes or no. And then also teens. When we say teens, when somebody is a teenager, for example, 13, 14, 16, 17. So when the years are ending with the teen, we call those people are teenagers. We call them teenagers. So even we have some teenagers who are still bedwetting, and you have seen even children in high school. Do you know high school?
Yeah.
High school is what? What do we mean by high school?
High school is the school after primary.
Yes, we even have children even after primary who are still bedwetting. So it will depend with the how you are developing, the development of yourself, and how you also train yourself, and also other things related to you and maybe the family. But it is a stage that you will outgrow with the age. So keep on watching yourself and keep on taking caution so that you do not go beyond very high age still bedwetting. So I will replay it for the last time, then we wind up our lesson today.
Bedwetting may be the most common issue in all of pediatrics that parents and children don't talk about. Over half of 3-year-olds still wet occasionally at night, and we consider it normal for children to wet occasionally up to 8 years of age. About 15% of kids who wet will outgrow it each year, but 3% of kids are still wetting at night by the time they become teens. 1% are still occasionally wet by the time they graduate high school. Why do some children take longer to stay dry at night? Some experts believe a child's bladder and the nerves that control it just mature more slowly. Some children are deep sleepers and simply may not wake when their bladders fill. There's a strong genetic component to bedwetting. If both parents wet the bed as children, their children have an 80% chance of wetting the bed too. One of the best predictors of when a child will outgrow bedwetting, it's not perfect, but it's the best we have, is to see when the parents outgrew wetting, because children often stop wetting around the same age their parents did. The other big genetic factor is gender. Bedwetting is twice as common in boys as it is in girls.
Very good. So anybody with a question up to that moment? Because we have finished our lesson.
No.
No.
No question?
No.
So which vocabulary have you learned today? Because you have learned a lot of new words, a lot of new words you didn't know.
You have learned about bedwetting and personal
Hygiene.
hygiene.
Personal hygiene. Okay. So I will ask you, how do we call this this doctor who treats children, who deals with children?
A pediatric.
Pediatric, yeah? Pediatric. Okay, thank you. And we have seen the doctor there in the video, and the name was written there. Who can remember the name of the doctor?
He was called Dr. Albert Wolf.
Wow, very good. You are very keen on that. So Dr. Albert is the one who says about it. And now, which different stages have you seen they can still bedwet even if they are beyond 5 years?
You can
8 years.
find 8 years, high
Teenagers
school,
after high school.
and their parents too.
Yes, so sometimes when you are also with a boy child, do you know a boy child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon? Zoe is saying something I've not heard. Do you have a brother?
No.
You don't have a
Yes.
brother, but you know a boy. We have a difference between a boy and a girl. So it is, bedwetting is more common in boys than in girls. That is nature and genetic. That is the way it is. You might not understand the word genetic, but when we say nature, we mean that is how God created. And we might not have answers to why, but that is how it happens. So if you have a brother, Jocelyn, do you have a brother?
Yes.
A younger one?
No.
Okay, so it is common to see bedwetting in boys more than you could see in girls.
Girls.
Yeah, so if you don't have any question, we shall end at this point where I will give you some notes about what we have learned, and then also an exercise. I'll not give you many questions. I'll only give you one question which will ask you write 2 effects of bedwetting. So I've told you the effects of bedwetting. Actually, let us hear from Zoe. What are the effects of bedwetting?
Your bed is wet
Yes.
and you smell bad.
And it smells bad, eh? Okay, Jocelyn, I also gave others.
You can find it's not only the under age of 3 or 5, even older people can bedwet.
Yeah, so it is not something you should just hide. Actually, if it happens to you, seek for advice, talk to mommy, talk to whoever is near to you, tell them that you need help about it because you have bedwetted. So it is not something to fear anymore. We know it happens. So if you ask for help, they will know that they should wake you at night, because if you keep silent, you will keep on bedwetting, and you will
grow up while bedwetting.
Yes, yes.
You will grow up by bedwetting.
Yes, you will grow out of bedwetting. So if you keep on keeping quiet, then you will find yourself your bed with some maggots, smelling bad, and so forth and so on. So it's good to ask for help so that your family can help. So I'll say bye-bye because this is the end of the lesson, and we shall meet again tomorrow. It has been nice teaching you. It has been nice learning with you. I enjoyed so much, and I wish you a very, very good day. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.